Joining us right now, our guy, our baseball expert and insider, Steve Melewski. What's going on, Steve?
What's up, Rob? What's up, guys?
Not much, man. Nothing much. Listen, Steve, we asked this question earlier. Well, I asked it to you. Had the Red Sox and Blue Jays put the pressure on the O's to sign a frontline starter?
Well, I guess so, but I think without anything they did, there would still be that, right? Because we know they need more pitching. I mean, we saw what happened last year, and I think, Rob, the fact that you have two at the top of the Oriole rotation with question marks. I mean, the question mark about Bradish is not about talent. It's about, can he stay healthy now?
Yeah.
And the question mark about Rogers is this really who he is now? And so I think the Orioles feel good about how those questions will be answered. But even if they're answered affirmatively, that may not be enough. I mean, the AL East, I think, Rob, if we're really honest with ourselves, was a little down when the Orioles made the playoffs back-to-back, and it's not anymore. I mean, the Blue Jays went to the top. The Rays are always going to be the Rays, and then you got two behemoths who spend a lot of money, three that spend a lot of money now, count Toronto, and that's what the Orioles are up against.
Steve, we on that note, since they're making their moves, and we've made a couple to pick up a closer, the other people that have been mentioned that the O's are in the hunt for, Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber, Kyle Tucker, which I never thought there would be, but it's great to know that we're actually in this. Who's the best fit for here, though, out of those three?
I mean, any of the three. I mean, any of those three. I mean, Alonso, there's so many first basemen on the Orioles, doesn't seem like a fit, but he instantly becomes the best one, right? So he just bumps somebody out. And Tucker, the outfield is getting a little crowded, but it's Kyle Tucker, so who wouldn't want him out there? And he'll push somebody out. So you'll take it. I mean, I think my guess is they really got to focus on pitching now. I mean, you'd love to get another bat, sure. Who wouldn't want that? But now they need rotation. It doesn't mean one couldn't happen before the other. It doesn't always go in the exact order you'd like it to or the way you think it should. So I think it's good for the Orioles to be connected with those players, but I think I don't speak for the fans, but if I could, a lot of them would say, you got to show me. I'm got to believe it when I see it.
Mm-hmm. What do you make of the Helsley signing?
I think it was a good pickup. They clearly needed ninth inning. And so now, especially if he's the 22 through 24 version, when he was really, really good, 1.83 ERA and high strikeout rate and low whip and proven, it's a proven guy in that spot. So at least they now can say, we know we're not going to have Felix for probably all year or most of the year at least, and we've got a proven guy who can do that job. And so whatever the problems he had at the end of last year, they got to go away, right? 7 ERA, that doesn't work. And they were cleaning up on his fastball. So hopefully he was tipping pitches or something that's fixable. And clearly the Orioles took a long look at that before they signed him, or else if they thought that's what he is now, then I think that would have pushed him away from him.
Steve Melewski joins us, Baltimore's Big Bad Morning Show on The Fan. Steve, I think we can all agree this offseason is all about who the Orioles bring in to help them get back towards the front or at the front of the AL East. How much pressure do you think the ownership group of this team is under? We hear about Michael Elias all the time, but we heard David Rubenstein talk about not being financially challenged in so many words. How much pressure are they under?
I think they're under pressure, Rob, because he has said that. He said a couple times now, we don't have financial limitations. We're deep-pocketed. Those are his words.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard the exact opposite under the Angeloses. We heard about market size and competitive balance in the game and keeping costs down. And here's this guy saying we're deep-pocketed. So the fans are screaming, okay, prove it. And I mean, maybe I'll have to eat these words, but I think the Orioles are going to prove it this winter. I think they're starting to now, and they're just beginning. I mean, two big moves before we even get to the winter meetings shows that they're active and they're backing up their words to this point. But if they don't get another pitcher or two, and they've got to get a front line guy, it's no more 1 year, Sagano type. They got to go dive in the deep end of the pool. They know it. We know it. All the industry knows it. Everybody's talking about the Orioles, so that's great. And I think, Rob, if they sign Framber, Ranger Suarez, some of the big name pitchers, this town will really get excited because then they'll say, we got a pitcher, we got a closer, we got a hitter. Let's go play.
Steve, let me ask you this. Is Kobe Mayo on the roster at the start of the season, or do you think he ends up being a trade chip?
Or he could be a guy who goes back to AAA. I mean, It's starting to get crowded, and you have to look at who can be optioned and who you can retain. So there's always that possibility. I mean, he just started to hit, right? September was a good month for him. He was looking more comfortable at first base. And then they kept Mountie, and they said, we just don't want to discard good hitters. And Mountie has to prove he's that again. So there's definitely trade possibilities here, Jeremy, because first base is crowded right now.
Steve, to double back on the ownership group thing, I got this from a friend of mine a couple of days ago. Top 10 richest ownership groups. Number 1, Steve Cohen. Number 2, Blue Jays, Rogers Communication, which is naturally. Number 3, the Dodgers, Mark Walter. Number 4, the Nationals, Annette Lerner. Number 5, the Red Sox, John Henry. Number 6, the Giants, Charles Johnson. Number 7, the Angels, Artie Moreno. Number 8, the Baltimore Orioles, David Rubenstein. And only behind them, the Guardians and the Phillies. So you talk about being in the top third of richest ownership groups in the game. You expect some money to be spent. And I know the Cleveland Guardian fans are wondering, okay, we're in the top 10. I'm not like we're spending any money.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what we'll never know the answer to because none of us are privy to the boardroom when it's just the big, when Mike Elias is in there with the owners, is how reticent is Mike to give out that big pitching contract because some people feel he is a little bit. For value reasons, and we know a lot of times these big deals don't work out, but that's where the owner can come in and say, Mike, we got to do this. We look, the Blue Jays won 20 more games than us and added Dylan Cease. We got to do this. The Yankees have Garrett Cole might be coming back. So, I mean, Mike, we got to do this.
Yeah.
So, and he's the one guy in the organization above Elias. And so if he says we got to do it, I don't see how you don't do it. And so hopefully he's backing up his words to Elias as he has what he said at these press conferences.
Steve Melewski. Steve, where can we find you, man?
Check out my Substack, guys. I'm keeping it humming. SteveOnBaseball.substack.com. Today I got a very interesting article on Cade Stroud, who I think is an intriguing piece for the bullpen. And the more you look at his stats last year, and yes, it was in a very small sample, they were really, really good. I mean, good against AL East, good against left, good against right. He added a 2-seamer. It was big for him. So I'm writing daily articles, and, of course, we're keeping up with the moves, Helsley and all that, too. So SteveOnBaseball.substack.com.
Hey, thanks a lot, Steve. Have a good one, my man.
All right, fellas, thanks.
See you, man.
All right, buddy, 410-583-1057. Here from the Pittsburgh Steelers perspective from Fox Sports and Tribune, Tim Benz, he joins us at 9 o'clock, but on the other side, we get stupid with Jeremy Kahn.
Yeah, I got an update for you. Frank Ragnow coming out of retirement to play for the Lions. I'll tell you what happened with his physical. This is a great story. Also, we're going to talk about the Arkansas fans protesting. Tell you how many showed up. And we've got 2 other interesting stories. Home improvement child actor arrested again after his fiance tried to run him over. And anytime it's one of my kids, I got to talk about him since I look like Tim Allen. And then lastly, this is a good one too. It's a local story. Baltimore high school teacher under fire for kink posting and fake pregnancy, belly, massive breasts. Yeah, this is an interesting story. It's layered. We talk about it next here on The Fan.
With a free Honest